Top of the day, all the way to the bottom of the night. Whenever you get this, is when you are supposed to get it. When you're supposed to see it. When you're supposed to hear it. Let this message infuse into you. Let it become a part of you. Let it become you. Most High, I ask that you speak to me clearly and speak through me clearly. What is the message for today? What do you want to say? Cleanliness is next to godliness. Being neat is a talent. We got one. We got two. We got three. We got four, and six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6. All together, it is 20. Bank day. A dub. It breaks down to a 2. But we got divine order here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Divine order, divine timing, divine intervention, divine transformation. Ten. Completion. Once you complete one task, it's time to go to the next task. The Most High is flowing right now. When pulling cards for myself, and just Spirit told me to leave a card out, which was taking action. This is for my Akashic Records Oracle deck. But taking action. Time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Most High allowed me to see this, as I said. Divine timing, divine change, divine transformation. But in this, you got to take action. While in my meditative state, the Most High spoke to me and said, "Are you ready to go through the door of the next portal? The threshold, the hole, the entrance to a portal to the next step, the next stage, the next image, the next vision. Going through the doorway of the portal. Going through the doorway, the entrance point of the portal. I'm finna get some angel number cards and see what the Most High, Jesus, Spirit, guides, wants to reveal to us. These came out, so I'm just gonna really get it. Going through the doorway of the portal. Going through the doorway of the portal. You see, that's taking action. When you are going to a new area, a new destination, and you taking a different direction, it's unfamiliar. It seems a little scary because you never went through that doorway before. You never went down that road before, so you don't know what to expect. But for you even stepping up to the doorway of the portal is you taking the first step. Steps most people don't want to take because they want to stay in their comfortability, in their normalcy. They find comfort in the familiar. But if you never step out, take action, your dreams, your ambitions, will never come into fruition. It's a must that you it's a must you walk away from whatever does not serve you. Does not serve your higher good anymore. I'm going to take these 6 cards and I'm going to go from there. First card that came out was 44. 44, which came out in the dice. 44, confirmation, double confirmation, triple confirmation, quadruple 4. First card is even with taking action. This card stands for take a risk. You using your first step to walk to the doorway of the next portal. You gotta have courage. You gotta be intuitive. You gotta use your creativity. You gotta plan. You gotta use your realism. And you need boldness. And with that taking action card is that you're on the right track toward making your dreams and visions a reality. But you have to take a risk. Walking to the doorway and through the doorway of the portal. Now is a good time to take action. Oh man. Now is a good time to take action on tasks that require intuitive creativity and risk taking. Get organized and make plans with realistic expectations of success rather than waiting for things to change on their own. Taking action. Take a risk. Confirmation. When walking to the doorway and walking through the doorway to the portal, that's you taking action. But most importantly, take that risk. Go see something you ain't never seen before. Go do something you never did before. Don't be normal. Don't be common. Be authentically you. Be creatively you. Take a risk. Be a leader. Do something that you don't see other people around you do. Next card out is 2, 3, 3. We do got 2, 3. But this card stands for positivity. Positivity, joy, hope, compassion, optimism, a mindset, spread joy. This card brings a message of positivity and compassion. Reflect on how you spread joy and hope in your life and in the lives of others. Consider your mindset and how to maintain optimism and hope. How do you look at this glass? Is it halfway full or halfway empty? It explains or tells the way you think. Being around a positive individual is so uplifting. Being around a negative individual is so draining. Take a risk and be positive. When you're walking to and through the doorway of the portal. Next card out is 404. Again, this is quadruple transformation. Confirmation. 44 and 404. and we have 44 in our dice. But this card stands for mind energy. Thinking positive is using your mind energy. Thinking negative is using your mind energy. The Most High gave me this. Energy is money. And money is energy. Energy is money. And money is energy. It takes energy to make money, to manifest money. And energy is taken away from you when you spend money. Now, you gotta use energy to make the money, and then you use energy to spend the money. Because energy goes away from you when you spend money. My energy: focus, determination, preparation, mental strength, clarity, resolve, future readiness. FTV. You gotta have future tunnel vision. And you see, tunnel vision, that is just like a portal, a wormhole. Because it is taking you somewhere you've never seen before at a rapid pace. So when you step to the doorway of the portal, you're at one speed, but when you go through that portal, you speed up. Prepare your mind for future challenges. Future tunnel vision. Mental strength and focus will help you overcome obstacles with determination and hard work. Stay positive. Take a risk on positivity in your mind. Concentrate. Marinate. Contemplate. It's just a way. Next card out is 606. 606 stands for commitment. Being committed to the act. Taking the first step and allowing the Most High to carry you the rest. I said west. Some people on the east side need to go to the west side. Some people in the south need to go to the north. Some people in the north need to go to the south. Some people in the west need to go to the east. But specifically, I heard west. The doorway, and now I'm seeing like a hallway full of doors, like in Neo, like in the Matrix with Neo. They went through doorways because it was different portals to different places that he'd never went to before. Neo and Morpheus. Being inside a man-made matrix which is a man-made maze. Take the risk. Are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? See, if you take whatever pill it was, you remain the same and you go back to your normal life. But if you take the other pill, it takes you to something you've never seen before, taking action and taking a risk. Think positive. In your mind first. Everything starts in the mind. You know, is in the Bible, they say life and death is in the power of the tongue. But before it hits the tongue, before you can even speak it, you have to think it. So as a man thinketh, so he is. But you gotta be committed into taking action, taking a risk. They playing with my throat chakra, they playing with my words. But this message will get out. I thank you right now for all the subscribes, all the views, all the likes, all the shares. Thank you. The Most High will truly bless you for hearing, for having the ability to hear what He's saying. The ability to take the risk in allowing Him to lead you to and through the portal, the doorway of the portal. Your next portal. Just as Neo. Commitment. Be honest. You gotta be honest with yourself. When you're going through doorways of portals, you gotta be honest. You gotta tell the truth. You gotta have some stability. It's your responsibility to express yourself. And please be committed to peace. You see, when you are committed, when you make a commitment, that's an agreement. When you commit to a job and you sign the contract that you got to be there at this time and you're going to work and you're going to do what they ask you to do, that's a commitment. When you agree to the Most High that I'm going to spread your word, speak what you say to speak, act how you want me to act, help who you want me to help. When you commit, make a commitment to taking a risk, to put yourself out there. Don't go back on your commitment. Be honest. Tell the truth. Honesty and openness paves the way to a peaceful and fulfilling life. Speak your truth. Express your emotions and embrace what's ahead with an open heart. Next card out, and this is the beauty of everything. 9 plus 2 plus 9 equals 20. You have to be ready to walk away from any and everything that holds you back. When you are walking to and through the doorway of the portal, walk away. This is all the numbers added up. This is the confirmation of this message that the Most High is speaking through me for us. Walk away, release, let go, new beginnings, self-respect, moving on, freedom. Let go of people and situations that no longer support your spiritual growth. When you are walking to and through the doorway of the portal, you have to let go of people and situations that no longer support your spiritual growth. You deserve love and respect, and it is your right to speak environments that honor your well-being. I'm not making this up. That wraps everything up, is what I'm speaking on. Last card out is 1155. One is new beginnings. It's beginnings, new. 55 is change, double change. In order to get new beginnings, you have to change. When you get that new beginning, you change. When you get this new beginning, you gotta change. You gotta walk away from things that no longer serve your spiritual walk, your spiritual life. But 1155 stands for self-reflection, introspection, evaluation, clarity, self-awareness, energy, change, and growth. Change and growth. When you have a new beginning, you have to grow into it. You can't stay a child and do grown-up things. When I turned into an adult, you have to put away childish behaviors, childish thinking, childish talking. You gotta self-reflect on yourself. Take time for self-reflection. Evaluate the areas in your life that drain your energy and decide what needs to change to restore your happiness. I love it. Walking to and through the doorway of the portal. I'll get a couple cards right here. We're gonna close this out. Take what resonate and leave the rest. I pray that the Most High allows this word to marinate, to infuse to firmary, to mesh inside of your mind. So you can contemplate, concentrate, using your mind energy to see what he is saying. Plain and simple. This is your boy, Dirty Introverted Diamond, being used by the Most High, by Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, by the angels, by my ancestors, to bring this message to fruition. Most High, give us some cards to close this message out. First card out. And you see it look like two worlds colliding. Two worlds becoming one. Two planets touching. Your shadows are just hiding the light right now. Your shadows are just hiding the light right now. Take a risk. Take a risk and do self-reflection so that your shadows can stop hiding your light that the Most High put in you. Make sure that you let your little light shine. Let your light shine. The light that the Most High gave each and every one of us, but don't concentrate on nobody else's light. Concentrate on your own light, on your own path, on your own doorway, just as Neo did. 3335 on the clock when I was saying that made me look at the clock. Let your light shine. Do self-reflection so that your shadows can get dealt with, so they can move out of the way of your light. Don't allow an eclipse to dim your light. Take a risk and deal with the dramas, childhood dramas, the mental health issues, the problems that you deal with every day that you don't want to deal with. Be committed to think positive. Next card out is, hey, look here, we out of worldly, ain't we? I mean, everything that we speaking about is like some outer space. We all are astronauts. We all are aliens. Our body is our spacesuit on this world. This is our spacesuits, this body. And we are going through doorways of portals. Different doorways that take you to different areas. Different realities, different realms, different dimensions, different timelines. I hear timeline jumping. Like Neo. Jumping out of this man-made matrix. Jumping on to or going through the doorway of the portal of expansion. Truth, honesty. You know, just like they say a wormhole, but a wormhole is just like a portal. You're going down this wormhole, this rabbit hole, trying to find the truth. And you don't need to find it because the Most High reveals it to you. When you take a risk, when you take action, when you think positive, when you use good mind energy, when you are committed to the kingdom and the will of the Most High. And it only gonna happen when you walk away from things and people that does not serve your spiritual growth. And you gonna start gaining and maintaining the information that he gives you when you self-reflect, when you reminisce, when you remember, when he sends you that reminder. Ashe, astronauts out here. Be brave and authentic soul. Be brave and an authentic soul. You were always destined to be. Be brave. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the people who just live in a normal life and you don't gotta think like that. You don't gotta do all of that. You don't gotta speak like that. You don't gotta believe like that. Well, that's for you. But I'm finna be authentic. The soul that the Most High created, which is me, inside this spacesuit, is authentic. But a lot of people will try to copy you. But whatever. Whatever to get a person closer to the Most High. Because in the end, they and the Most High know who and when the spark came to. Even when they forget. Count it all joy is what I hear. Count it all joy. Because in the end, the Most High will get all of the glory that belongs to him, all of the praise and all of the worship. Because see, one day, every single knee will bow. You're going to do it willingly or unwillingly. But the people who do it willingly, they will make it unto heaven because they know who God is. They experienced him. But those who are made to bow down, they will not be in heaven. They will be where their kinfolk are at. But you will bow down to the Most High. Boy, spaceshipping all the way out the world right now, man. Yeah, spacesuits. When it gets dark, remember that the sun always rises. There's one thing nobody in this world has control over, is that sun rising and that sun setting. Nobody has control over that but the Most High. Some people like to do magic and witch work and warlock work to try to cast an illusion that they can control what the Creator created. But their magic never lasts. They are peons compared to the Most High. They are a grain of sand at the beach. One grain of sand in the ocean compared to the Most High. Last card out, and we gonna end it on this here. Your success is closer than you imagine, so just keep going. Your success is closer than you imagine, so just keep going. Take a risk, take action. Keep your commitment. Walk away from any and everything that does not draw you closer to the Most High. The mission that He commissioned you to do when He sent you down here. Because see, we all will have to return back to our sender and answer up for what we did where He sent us. If you committed and stuck to the commitment, you're gonna be with Him. But if you did what everybody else did and what they're doing, you're not going to be with Him. But your success, and success is succeeding in the kingdom and the will of the Creator, is the reason why He created you. He didn't create you for you. He created you for Him. He didn't create the world for you. He created the world for Him. But He allowed us to come down and experience the world that He created for Him, so that His will, His kingdom can expand, not dwindle. Who wants to create something and see it diminish, decrease? Whenever you create something or do something, you want to see it increase. You want it to be fruitful and multiply. Being fruitful and multiplying is a big task. Because just imagine, your parents raised you, and if they didn't live right, they raised you to live how they lived. And then you have children and you raise them to live how you live. And so on and so forth. So it goes on and on and on. But if you are a parent that does the right things, speaks the right things, and lives, because forget all the talking and all that, because a lot of people like to quote scriptures, but they are not living what they reading. I know this walk ain't easy, but you got to gain and maintain positivity on this walk. When you self-reflect on where you missed it, you gotta tighten up and fix it. And then keep going. See, the enemy, he loves to throw excuses. Man, that's all right, man. You did that. That's cool. And then it turns into a habit. And then it turns into insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, thinking that it's gonna change. Nah, you gotta do something different to create the change, so you don't get into that cycle of doing the same thing over and over again. But it starts with one. It starts on you taking a risk. It starts with you taking action. Start with yourself first, with the self-reflection. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear what it is, or, they don't want to be talked to about what God or what it is, because a lot of people, I know when you guilty, it's like a filthy feeling. Like in the court of law, I don't know where I'm going with this here. Like when a person commits a crime, home fraud or embezzlement, theft, inheritance, stealing, and just doing all kind of identity thefts and all like that. And DRUG issues. When the judge judges you and give you that guilty verdict, it's a disgusting feeling. Like, man, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But it's not to sit in that, why did I do that? You gotta take your lick. If you do the crime, you gotta do the time. But you go into a correctional facility to correct your mind energy. To correct your way of thinking. So that if and when the Most High ever give you a chance to live again, to go through the doorway of another portal, you won't do that ever again. All this is learning lessons. I learned to treat people like I want to be treated. Even when a person treats you nasty, disrespectful, you still treat them like you want to be treated. Because guess what? They gotta live with that guilt. When a person is faithful to another individual and for no apparent reason, that person goes and messes up or violates a commitment by stepping out with a third and fourth and fifth and a menage a trois type of party. You see, the person that was faithful, they don't feel any guilt because they were faithful in the commitment. But who feels the guilt? The person that went and got the third and fourth and fifth and sixth party, the menage a trois, because they got to deal with that guilt. Why did I do that? But hey, it ain't even the person that you cheated on that you got to answer to. It's the Most High asking that question to you. He's the one that's judging you, that will judge you the guilty verdict. Nah, he stayed faithful to you, or she stayed faithful to you. Why did you cheat on her? Why did you try to do all this malice things after that? Why did you lie on that person, knowing that person did not do anything that you said? But hey, we all gotta walk through the doorway of the portals. We all gotta swallow the pill of our choice. We all have to answer up to what we have done. Hey, I truly love y'all. This is a deep, solid, real message. This is a message of no condemnation. But it's just facts, the truth. Let's take action. Let's take a risk in being positive. Staying committed to the commitment that we committed to. Work on self. Self-reflect on yourself, so we don't get the guilty verdict from the judge, the Most High. I truly love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.